Hello, my friends, and welcome to Mumma Magma Yoga. My name is Tamu, and I'm here with a little feature that I'm going to start doing called Energy of the Week. I did one a couple weeks ago, but it's been a little bit crazy keeping up with all these new ideas that I have. So I hope you enjoy this. I hope that it's something that grabs your attention and that feels right to you and feels in alignment with your life. So each week I will be tuning into what energies are at play for the week, and those energies will be woven into my practices with you all. The intention of them will be anyways. So for this week, the energy is Radha and art. So the art of radical love. There's many layers to love. There's many facets of love. Many of us see love as a relationship with another, our beloved, our children, our family members. But love is a frequency in the universe. Love is that place where we unconditionally accept ourselves and others for who they are, and we also go beyond the niceties of every day. So yes, it's important to praise someone, to give them positive feedback, to acknowledge what they have done, who they are, the accomplishments that they create for themselves or that we create for ourselves in our everyday. It goes beyond that to recognizing what needs to happen, what is true north, as some would say, what is the essence of the energy. So let's say you are interacting with a family member who's been causing you issues, who has been resistant, who doesn't listen, who maybe creates angst, anxiety, anger within you, and you are not feeling heard. And you need to do something about this, and you need to do something about it, but you don't want to act from anger, right? So what do you do about it? Where do you act from? Well, first of all, there's the self-love that needs to happen, the recognizing that we are in those feelings, that we are not being heard, that we need to be heard, and that the other needs to recognize us for who we are. First of all, there's that, creating that self-space, creating that self-love, recognizing who we are and giving ourselves that love, whether it's taking time out for ourselves, whether it's doing something nice for ourselves. Women like to go for a facial or have a hot bath or sit in meditation. Men maybe need to go for a run or just take some space, something positive that feeds the soul. Then there's the deep love, the acting from truth that we need to enact out into the world. So when we come back to that self-love and then we act from there, there's a balance between not saying anything, between being the nice guy, saying it's okay, telling yourself it's okay. They don't know any better. They are doing the best they can. They maybe need their own space and time. There's relevance to all of that. There's time and space for all of that. But on a radical love level, from a deep love level, what are you doing to yourself? What are you doing for the other if you are constantly sloughing it off, if you're constantly saying it's okay, if you're constantly letting them get away with that behavior, both for themselves and for you. You know, allowing them to get away with that behavior on a regular basis also doesn't help them to grow. So if there is true radical love at the seat of what you are doing in every action, does that not mean that we need to radically change the way we are addressing these things? So I am not saying to go and get angry at them and to blow up in their face. And sometimes that happens, and that can be also from a place of love, but it's a place of, you know, that love is finding a way out. It's also distorted by angst and anxiety and the need to be heard and distortion. However, taking a minute, taking the time, having the courage to tell that person that you need to sit down with them and that you need to address these issues, and in a loving but full of integrity and intent. My mom used to say ruthless compassion. Ruthless compassion. I love that combination of words because you are acknowledging the divine within that other person. You are acknowledging their humanity as well. You are acknowledging that they are a beautiful person, a beautiful being, but they also have flaws and they need to address these things. And you're saying to them, look, this behavior is not working for me. It is damaging me. You are causing me pain. You are causing me anxiety. You are causing me stress. You are causing me to have anger. You're causing imbalance in my body because of your behavior. And it's also causing imbalance in your body, in yourself, to be continually perpetuating these patterns. Now, sometimes these things take a while to shift. Sometimes, you know, even if you act from this place, you might find that you're talking to a brick wall and that it takes the other time to shift. And maybe they never will. Maybe they can't hear you. But you've made the effort. You have acted from radical love. You have acted from deep knowing, from ruthless compassion. You have acted from a place of true essence, true intent that comes from that universal love. So this week in all of our practices, we have been working with this energy, and it has manifested in different ways in the practice. There's been a lot of balancing of male and female in our practices. There have been focusing on grounding into our intent and leaning in to being the best person we can be in our interactions of love. So that's the energy of the week. I hope you got something from it, and I hope that you tune in again, and I hope that this facilitates some change and some growth and some reflection in your life that maybe you were looking for. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.